All right, welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now is Krem Yuzamez. He is the CEO of Volta Metals. And Krem, great to see you again. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so exciting news out from the company talking about the next phase of exploration going on within the company. And obviously, there's going to be some focus on Falcon West, and we'll talk about that in just a second. But just give me some overall thoughts on getting out to all the properties.
Absolutely. We're very excited to start this program again. Wanted to follow up on our success from last year and generate more targets. So the team is already busy in the field at the moment.
Yeah, they're at the Junior Lake prospect right now, and a lot of that will be for soil sampling and doing some geophysical work, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So initially, we want to do some sampling. Since the water levels are high, it makes it easier for us to access areas that we couldn't at the end of summer last year at Junior Lake. So that's what we're doing initially, screen the property before doing some further work. Immediately after that, we're going to focus on our Falcon to expand the mineralization that we discovered last year.
Yeah, let's talk about Falcon West because obviously you had some great success last year with the number of holes that you had drilled. So remind everyone a little bit about what you did last year and more so what you're going to be following up about this year.
Right. So we started late in the summer at our Falcon West project, and immediately within 2 weeks of starting our initial prospecting, we discovered some further lithium bearing pegmatites on surface, and we channel sampled those, we stripped those, found larger system occurring in a small area, and we drilled those. Just wanted to test them at depth to understand the bigger picture in general because they're all related with structural geology. So that was our initial work. Then winter came, obviously, we couldn't do the surface work, but we kept drilling. So we wanted to follow up on those results, and we didn't do really systematic soil sampling around that area. So putting all these information together at this point, this will allow us to do that. And in the meantime, we are also following up on that, not only for the geochemical soil sampling, but we will also do some structural, micro and macro structural field work in there before generating more targets to drill.
Yeah, so as we talked about last time, you 10 out of 11 drill holes intersected multiple broad zones. And so are you specifically looking at that particular area? Are you hoping to sort of expand the scope of where you're looking as well as far as that soil sampling is concerned?
That's a great question. Both, in fact, because it's really not well understood. Our initial suspicion, based on the information we have, is that the source is at depth. That was proven to a certain degree with the drilling that we had, because even though we drilled very short holes, like the deepest one was 125 meters, one of the boreholes hit an additional pegmatite that doesn't come on surface. So there's a lot to understand. There's a lot to probably discover there. So that's the drilling piece, but we are definitely focusing on around that drilled area with the soil sampling, where we think we can find more that are not coming on surface, those pegmatites, but also doing systematic where we think similar system could exist or will exist. That's where we are also focusing our initial efforts in terms of soil sampling that would indicate, at depth potentially. So because our neighbors have had that same success by doing that. So we're just following 6 months, 10 months behind them in terms of timing with our field success. So that's where we are. Yeah, we're following up both in more, broader area.
It's going to be exciting for sure, and we look forward to hearing more about it as the work continues. Krem, thanks so much. Good update, and good luck in the field, okay?
Thank you, and thanks for having me.
All right. Krem Yuzamez, he's the CEO of Volta Metals.